Well, good evening. It's our Friday night meeting. Let's see here. We'll get this started. You can find the link on Stunt Hangar and at the bench post. You have to be a current supporter of Stunt Hangar in order to see that at the bench. And once you're there, there's a link. You just click on that. Nothing to install. Just come on in. Let's see here. And I had a pretty productive week this week. I got one. Let's see, 6 more days to go, and then I'm leaving for Brodak. So I did not run the engine today. They changed our transformer out on the pole, so our electricity was out. And my neighborhood really is something else. There's always something going on. Electricity, it's just unreal. Anyway, we're waiting on somebody to come in. Usually it's Gary Sinclair. He's usually the first. What's up with this hat? There we go. What a goofy hat. There's Gary. Hey, Gary.
I'm here.
I worked a little more on the trailer today. I tried to get the solar panel installed, and I can't make it work, so I'm just going to skip that. And I also sealed the roof. I sprayed on rubber coating on the roof around the vents. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to take the wheels off of it and pack the wheel bearings.
Mhm.
Hasn't been done in 5 years. Of course, it hasn't made very many trips. It's made a trip to Oklahoma twice, to Tulsa, and it's made 3 trips to Brodax and about 4 trips to the Nats. So not a whole lot.
Wouldn't hurt to check. Well,
Huh?
won't hurt to check it. Anyway,
No, it's just
make
it's
sure.
just work. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
they replaced a pole in the backyard back here. They put a new transformer, new pole in the backyard today. I didn't do any videoing because we didn't have no electricity.
Oh,
Did a good job, just took a few hours.
you still get your trailer out okay, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's better now, seeing as we cut down all the poison, not poison oak, it's poison sumac or some kind of poison, had 5 leaves on the thing. I don't know.
Poison ivy?
It wasn't poison ivy. It
It
was
wasn't. Okay.
poison. It was not like it wasn't poison oak either. It was sumac, poison sumac, or it was
Yeah.
weird stuff. But I know it was poison something or other. They took all that down and cut down the bushes, and I had the guys, the scrappers stole my chain link gate off the back. So I had 2 hooks sticking out of the garage that gate hung on. Well, every time that I'd take the trailer out, I'd worry about catching the trailer on them hooks. So I took them hooks out. So it's getting easier to get in and out I'm going to cut some of the fence off, but all these good plans take a lot of work. They take a lot
Yes.
of time.
they're easy to think about, aren't they? Oh, I do this, this be done with, and then
Yeah.
you got days and days. And yeah,
It's just like my trailer. It all started, I got to quit watching YouTube. It all started from a YouTube video. You know, they build this trailer out really nice in an hour. Well, it took
yeah.
2 months. It took 2 months to do.
But yours looks nice.
It turned out good.
Yeah, I think so. It's nice looking.
If my car had more horsepower, it'd have a hardwood floor, and it's just got cheap linoleum. But here comes Mike. Mike who? Lonky. I got to turn on your camera. There we go. Yeah, it's Mike Lonky.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody going?
Good.
Good. Good.
Daylight there in your place.
Yeah, daylight for a little while longer anyway. Yeah. Oh, time. Okay. Sorry, I got to run in. I got a chicken in the oven. I got to go grab.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me mute him out. So there we go. Oh, got to unmute yourself.
Don't want to burn dinner.
No.
So, I'm working on my Aurora. I got all the electronics in it today, the motor, timer, ESC, battery tray, reinforced. I'm actually just getting ready to hook up the inboard wing with the lead outs and make sure my flaps and elevator are neutral, because I heard a couple of them got shipped out where there was a little bit of down elevator when the flaps were neutral. But I checked it when I put the outboard on. It looks pretty good to me, so I think it'll be okay. But I know he didn't get the, well, it's adjustable anyway. You can, screw it in and out. Usually he checks that stuff before he ships it out. It's on the money. But I know at least one person got one that had about 3 degrees of down elevator in it. So
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. The guys on here, all the big boys, are talking about all my airplanes fly with down elevator. I purposely,
I don't know.
purposely bend them down.
I can't speak to that. I don't know.
What I look at is if the airplane's flying level under power, then they're neutral. But if it's flying with its tail down like that, which 90% of them do, I put a little down elevator and bring it up.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Joe Gilbert one year, I had an airplane called the High Roller. And I could not trim this airplane out. Kept bending the elevators down, bending them down. Got worse and worse and worse. And I said, Joe, this thing's a piece of junk. He goes, well, what's it doing? And I said, well, it's flying with its tail down, and I keep bending the elevators down, and it keeps flying worse. He said, well, bend them up. And so I bent them up, and it flew great. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect science, man. Sometimes it's counterintuitive what you got to do to make it do the right thing. But I am scrambling here. I waited way too long to put this airplane together, and I just had way too much on my plate with Australia and flying combat with Sam for the last year. I got myself behind the 8 ball here, but I'm hoping to do some test flights on Sunday.
Well, you're not going to Brodak, are you?
No, we're not going to Brodax. No.
You got a month.
On the boat. We're going out on the boat tomorrow. Sunday, we're going to go try test fly this thing. I don't even know if I have lines for it. I'm probably going to end up having a line making session here at some point. But I did test the ESC and the timer and the battery, and everything's still working. So it's all good because this is all the guts out of the Axioma. and nothing appears to have been broken other than the motor. I totally trashed the motor that was in it, but I had a brand new badass 3515 in the box here. So as
What do
long as
those
my
motors
batteries are
cost?
Say again.
What does that motor cost?
I think they're maybe $80, 70, 69, $79. I don't know, because it's been so long since I bought one. I bought the first one for my Axioma, and then what's the guy's name from Innovative Designs? Lucian. He gave away motors to all the first place winners at the Nats a few years ago, and Sam had a first place finish, so he got another one for free. So I've only actually bought one, and I don't remember what it cost, but I want to say in the $80 range. I could be wrong. They might be 100. Who knows? Howard came to the rescue today. I had so I got Kravchenko props and I've got Igor props, and I like the Igor, but I screwed up my collet, my prop hub adapter when I crashed the other one. I didn't have one. Went to the hobby shop today. They didn't have one, but I have another one that has a different OD on it, and Howard's making me some bushings so that both my props will fit the same hub that I have, because I had two different hubs, because one was 8mm, one was 6mm. Howard's making me some bushings to put in my props so that I can just switch props easy without having to switch the prop shafts out. So
That's one thing I don't care for on electrics. It's so hard to mount a spinner and a prop, and you know mix and match, and you switch. Why don't they make something standard? You know, put it
yeah,
on there.
well, they're all different, and that's the thing. If you want a spinner, you got to have the long shaft that has the hole in it that you can put the 3mm screw in.
Yeah.
And also some of those shafts are stepped before they actually get to the actual shaft size. There's actually a step, so your spinner back plate has to fit over that, and you might even have to like chamfer out a little bit of the back of the prop to fit on that shaft, or put a washer on it, you know.
And if you're trying to put a Randy spinner on it, the thread pitch is different on the nut.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm set up now. Because I got one of Sherratt's spinners that fits the shaft I have. The issue is I needed some inserts for my my Igor props, and I sent him the measurements and pictures, and he's making some a little bigger OD and some a little smaller OD, and then some with a little bigger ID and a little, just within the tolerance, so that I get one that fits
Is
right.
he 3D printing them or turning them?
He's printing it. He's 3D printing it.
Yeah.
I could have had Sam do it, but our printer took a dump. We wore that damn thing out printing line reels and BattleBot bodies. I can't complain because it was only like a $200 printer, and we ran it ragged for 3 years, and it finally just took a crap. So, and it was just a hobby grade. I mean, a toy grade print. It was $200 printer. It wasn't anything fancy. So we're going to look at getting something, probably a $400 or $500 printer, something that's better. And Sam wants a laser cutter too, because he's starting to, well, not starting to, he's designing foam wing profile RC planes, 3D airplanes. And he's got a guy in Spain that's cutting his designs for him. But Sam wants to start cutting his own kits here. So
make sure you get one with a vacuum and an exhaust, because man, they put out the fumes.
Yeah, do you know Larry Davis at all? Do you remember Larry Davis? He was part of the Huntersville gang for a while. He's out in Arizona. He's big in laser cutting. He's built a couple of CNC foam cutters for doing wings, and he's kind of been our go-to guy. He knows what we need, what type of material Sam is going to cut, and what size laser we need. I'm just going to, he's going to tell us which one to buy for the applications that Sam needs it for.
the place where I was working for a while, uh, his wife had a real nice laser cutter in a case, big long bed. She could have cut. I said, "Here, cut balsa." No, we can't. She can cut plywood, but she can't cut balsa wood. Okay, whatever. I just
Yeah,
cut.
that's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, I really put myself behind here. I got what do I got? 3 weeks, right? And
For what?
before the Nats,
No, you got longer than that.
they start July 5th.
Right.
Well, the 5th is when I'm leaving because we're
That's a
having our
month. You got a
yeah
month.
we're having our fireworks show on the 4th. Then I got to clean up the yard, and then I'm heading up with the camper on Sunday. I'll get 1 day of practice in Muncie before Tuesday. So, um,
Yep, you got a month. Exactly.
and I haven't flown stunt since I flew stunt last year at King Orange, and I flew it the year before at the Nats. I've flown stunt twice in the last 2 years.
How many
But
flights you got this year?
this year,
Yeah,
stunt
me too.
zero.
Zero.
Yeah, zero.
I'm
Yeah,
going.
I got about 200 combat flights though.
I don't have that. I have
Yeah,
zero.
yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I've been flying combat for the last, since last August, September with Sam. Probably I have 200 or 300. So my chops are still there. I mean, I've been flying, and flying combat is probably better for my reflexes than flying stunt, but it's still going to take me. I'm hoping to get 50 flights on this airplane before I go to the Nats, which is doable. That's just in a month. That's 7 flying sessions, flying 10 batteries a day. I think I can do that. I can do 50 or 70 before I get there. I just got to get back into the groove, man, and remember the pattern, you know.
Right. I have zero flights. I got 5 days. Well, it's a little bit more than that. It's 7 days before I go to Brodax. So when I show up to Brodax, I'll have zero. So I got 1 or 2 days to practice at Brodax, and that's it. Then it's see
It'll
what
it'll all come back. It'll all
uh,
come back.
I know.
Your equipment's good. Your motors run. Your stuff is trimmed. So you
Yeah.
know you'll be all right. Hey Ed, how you doing?
And
Hey guys, I'm doing good.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna start putting this wing on out here. I'm gonna mute out, and I got to go to my combat meeting in about 20 minutes too. So, but I'll be here, and I'll be back after the combat meeting.
okay.
Alrighty. So what's up with Mr. Ed?
Yeah,
He's been organizing and getting things ready to load. When I go up for the Brodak on Wednesday to take tents, I'm going to take some other stuff and that. So when I come up on Sunday again, I don't have to worry about hauling as much and that. So, three tents, 2 chairs minimum on Wednesday and stuff. So we'll see.
Is
Your
your wife
ta-
going too?
What's that?
Is your wife going to take the carload of stuff?
Um, she might come to help me unload and stuff, but I told her I believe the yard guy and the guy that cuts grass at Brodak would be there, so I'm sure there's somebody there, and so we'll see. And sister-in-law's back on Thursday, so that's good because she does a lot to help me or does the driving and stuff like when I couldn't drive much. So, yep. But just been separating, made a bunch of spectra lines for testing the half E's, 35, 45, and 52-foot lines. And that, so we'll see. And I've already got a set of lines, a 60-foot set of lines for the profile Mustang.
So what do you do to keep a half A tight on the lines?
I'll find out. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
normally you had so much offset and motor offset, you know, and you had such short lines, you know, as a kid. That was
Yeah.
one thing, but you know, I've been flying the ring rat on 45 and 52-foot lines with no problem before. So we'll see how it goes. And
Without a big bow in the lines, huh?
well, with Spectra, hopefully not too much of a bow.
Too much of bow.
Oh, and then I have to finalize the balancing of the wingtips of the wings. So on some of them, I've added a little bit of weight in the nose box, in the wing box, but on the little half A's, I'll do like Howard said, bring some clay and put some clay on them and stuff. That way,
Gumby.
what's that?
Yeah.
Gumby.
Gumby. Yeah.
Gumby.
Yeah, it's green clay. It looks just like Gumby.
Oh, okay. Let me write myself a note because I got my free flight clay that I was doing some stuff with the kids, and I didn't like the way it was sticking very good. So Gumby clay.
Well, I don't know if that's what we call it.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about Play-Doh?
No.
No. Here we go.
Let me get my flight box here and I'll get an example of it. It's non-sulfur clay.
Non-sulfur?
Yep.
And that is you buy what at a car place?
No, get it on Amazon.
There's Howard. How's Howard?
Okay.
I will do that tonight then. Non-sulfur clay.
Yeah, modeling clay.
Yeah.
It's this color right here.
Uh-huh.
This I need to warm this up some. I gotta see.
Non-sulfur.
Howard knows
What?
what the name of the Gumby clay is.
In Britain, they call it plasticine, if that's what you're talking about.
I'm talking about this green clay here.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the car debugging stuff or the?
No, I got that too. No, this is for molding. You know, like when you want to go around a plug on the bottom, the mold. It's non-sulfur.
Oh, I don't know about that. I just
Oh.
use the toy clay. It's you get the toy store or anywhere I use it for ballast.
Oh, that's what I was saying, Howard.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying. So on this half E, that's what I was going to do. I've got some stuff that looks like that for plastic models where you want to paint a separation line. You can roll this stuff up, you stick it on the model, you do your airbrush spraying, and you pull it off.
Oh,
I
well,
bet
that's
you that's close to
interesting.
the same stuff.
Well, this stuff has oil in it, so I probably would want
Oh,
to use it for that. But, yeah, just modeling clay, we call it. I think it's called, but yeah, Brits call it plasticine.
Sparky was saying non-sulfur clay.
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't smell sulfurous, but
I don't know that I got my 60-foot lines anymore.
that's a good looking reel you got there.
Yeah, this guy off the internet made it for me.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't trust stuff you get from the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I think my CA bottle leaked.
Everybody's view.
the bladder grabber, a big combat contest. Bob Carver was out um, practicing, and the bottom of his toolbox, he left some bottle of hot stuff in there, and it encased his lines in CA. And Richard Stubblefield came over and said, "You know, Bob, if you put a rubber band around your lines, you wouldn't have to hot stuff them." That was pretty humorous.
Look at this nice prop I ended up with. Oh, ever seen one of them?
Right pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I'd use that. It's probably 100 years old.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it, but sure is nice looking.
Yeah. Do I still have one? I don't know. I used to have one.
I always end up with oddball shit.
Yeah. I still have a lot of the Granderson estate.
Have you ever used any of these ASP glow plugs?
No.
They look like they'll work, but who knows? I got some Merlins and I got some Glow Devils. (2004). When the big glow plug scare was going on, I was starting to hoard glow plugs.
Yeah.
How many flights do you usually get on a glow plug?
A lot. I don't
A
know.
lot, huh?
A
Yeah.
lot.
Well, yeah, in stunt, they go on forever.
Oh, okay.
Make me bigger there.
Blue stick. Look at that.
Yeah, by DAP.
Tap.
I don't weigh enough.
For a half A?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to have a great big old piece.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, after you figure out
Well-
about what it takes, you can move it indoors where I see.
Yeah, I'll go get some bubble gum. Also.
Bubble gum, yeah.
So when I put the airplane upside down, it took 0.2 grams to get it to just about be level without the lines hooked up.
Just gas and then go fly. These techniques to tell you how much to use
Yeah.
are unreliable.
Look at that Fred made me, Howard. Let's see. I think it was Fred that did this.
I don't see it.
Hold
Well,
on.
All right.
Matches your handle.
Huh. Well, as long as that's pretty big.
Yeah,
How big is it?
probably 5.5 inches from line to line.
Yeah, that's about right. Looks uncomfortable though. And the back looks kind of square.
Yeah, it's not the best. It was the right price.
Hey. No.
Yeah, 5.5.
Yeah, I think mine's 5'6", I think.
Oh well, I don't see them lines in here. I might have to make a set. I had a good 100-foot tape. I can't find it. Disappeared. And I hate to go buy another one because I'll find it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way things are.
That's the way it works. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got two of them.
See? What was it I got the other day? Because I'd lost one, and I was disappointed that I didn't find the old one immediately.
Here's a handle I made 30 years ago. Just like a hot rock. Works good. Made it out of 1/4 inch light ply. It's
Oh,
1, 2,
be
3,
pretty light.
5 layers of light ply with ground finger grips.
Cool.
And of course, I got all the Casminato handles. I wish I could get some more. This is the biggest one I got. This is simply blues, so. We'll figure it out. One of these sets of lines is going to be fine.
Light handles are all in fashion in my neighborhood now.
Did you
Carbon out of balsa. Carbon fiber centers for the.
Did you ever get them handles that Jim Smith made, Smith Brothers?
No.
They were nice. They weighed nothing.
I think I did some CAD stuff for that.
They were carbon and balsa, but I didn't like them because hard point. I don't use a hard point.
Well, your score might go up if you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's excited now about the Yatsenko handles with some kind of rope in them. Oh, that's even better. I haven't tried one.
So what's the difference between a hard point and a soft point?
Well, the opposite of a hard point is a cable, and you deflect the cable, which is kind of springy, and yeah, you get better control from hooking the hard point thing up, where the lines or the clip for the lines goes directly to a hard piece on the handle.
About a half of making line clips to get the handle adjusted.
Yeah, you got to do that, but once it's adjusted, it stays that way for eternity. So you just do one for each airplane, and it's there. You got it.
I see. Okay, I got
And
it.
but you make a new set of lines. I got a rig that makes a new set of lines that matches the old set, so I don't have to change clips when I go to new lines.
Hey, I got a photo to share here real quickly. Send request. Are you guys familiar with the T6 Reno accident?
Accident?
Was it last year? I believe last year or a year before.
Oh, no.
Did you get it there, Sparky, the request?
Yeah, I approved it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oops. All right, what did I do? I lost my screen.
Well, I see.
Two texts.
Yeah, let me find. Why can't I get you guys back on screen? What did I do? I hit the wrong.
I'm here.
I hit the wrong.
I can see your airplane screen there, or the one with a looks like a T6 on it. It's little though.
Yeah, I clicked on something and I can't get my screen back.
Red button. You're looking for the red button on your screen.
Careful.
Stop sharing.
Yes, stop sharing.
Red button could launch.
All right,
some
let me try
missiles
that
or
again.
something. Better be careful.
All right, let me try again.
Hi, John.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi,
I'm doing
Bob.
all right. Hi, Bob. Yeah.
Where's Bob? Oh, there's Bob.
Bob's here, yeah.
Yeah. You can hear him when he talks.
Yeah,
Or you can see him when he talks. That's the way it goes.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck over? I can't
gotta-
get you.
Find the picture you're looking for. Open it on your screen.
Well, I had to get you guys back first, so I got you back now. So I'm going
It's good to be back.
Good to be back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to have
I'm
you
going
back,
over
Ken.
here. I got to go to my start. No, in my inbox. Open it up. Back to you guys. Hit share. Pick it. Hit share. There we go. Okay. What's interesting is the very top T6. Look at where the prop hit the wing. You can see the cut
Cuts.
marks in the wing.
Wow.
And this was after a race. They were landing and lost sight.
Did they both go in?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Fatalities?
Oh yep. Sure did.
Oh,
And
What a shame.
I've seen all kinds of stuff about it, but I never saw this picture showing. Let's see here. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, I sure can.
Yeah, you can see the slices in the bottom of the wing.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Chop, 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 chop. What a shame.
Wow.
Combat plans.
Yeah, I had never seen that before, so I just thought I would show you guys that.
Mm,
Thanks.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
What did you hear about the jet airliner landing at JFK that hit the truck?
Oh, you know what? I didn't listen to it the other night. I saw where there was a report out, and what I did see was a very unstabilized approach. He hit his 1,000-foot mark at the runway, but when they looked at the data, the up and down was all over the place.
Well, what I heard was is
That could
that
be wind shear, you know.
they had a headwind, and the computer was reading one, and the co-pilot was saying you're too low, too low, too low. He came over the freeway and clipped the semi going down the freeway, and then landed on the runway. Didn't hurt anybody, but it caused quite a stir. Hitting the truck.
Yeah. Well, actually, they showed it where he hit the light pole. The light pole hit the truck. Is what they were showing. So I'm not really sure. I heard both versions and stuff.
Well, there's a video on YouTube of it.
Yeah. So
You figure that Lufthansa airplane getting ready to load and the nose gear retracted.
nose gear. Oops.
Cut with the pin in.
you see that one where that Cessna clipped this guy as a parachuting, this lady or something?
Yep.
You see
Yep.
that?
And she kept her wits about herself and deployed her emergency chute. Crazy.
Yeah.
There's a story. I think it was Air France. They were working on a 747, and it was in the hangar, and somehow they got it loaded such that it started to pitch up.
Oh,
and the quick thinking mechanic ran to the cockpit and pushed forward on the column.
What? No.
Yeah, that's a true story I hear. Yeah.
Isn't the mechanic that works on the plane supposed to take it up first?
No.
Or is that just a wives' tale or something like?
Uh, uh, I haven't heard that, but it's a good idea, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you're working on it, then you want to make sure it's right before you take off with it.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in parachute school, it used to be this way. When you packed a parachute, you had to jump it.
Yeah.
You had to, when you were learning, when you first started to do it, you had to, before you could pack one for somebody else, you had to jump the one that you packed, and if it didn't open. Well, then,
You
Yeah.
won't pack it anymore.
you were remedial.
Hopefully,
It's,
hopefully you had a reserve chute that somebody else packed.
Well, it'd be a way to make sure you have qualified packers.
How about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep you honest.
Is that what you did, Bob? Parachuted?
Me? No. I was volunteered airborne, but I never got the training because I broke my back in IEIT training, or I really can't determine where I did it, but I did it in the Army. I had several falls.
I knew you were in the Army. I just wondered if you were a paratrooper.
Well, I was volunteered airborne, but I never got the airborne training. But I was stationed for basics at Fort Campbell. That's where the 101st was stationed, and just after they left is when I got to Campbell for basics. We used to go buy a old C-119 they had out there for training purposes.
Did you see Jimi Hendrix there?
No, I did not. Remember Gene Schaefer?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
I remember the name.
He was in a group called Joey D and the Starlighters. They did a song called Peppermint Twist.
Yes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that.
That's Gene. But when he left the Starlighters to go to another group, he was replaced by this unknown Western guitarist named Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix. Before he had the name Jimmy, it was yeah, but it was Jimi Hendrix.
Western guitarist, you say?
Yeah, he was from Seattle or something.
Seattle. Yeah. I I met there's a woman at work who had a friend who dated him.
Wow.
Thought he was no good. He was a low life.
Well, he was a guitar player after all.
Well, thanks a lot.
Well, no, maybe I should have said, I should say this. A successful guitar player.
Well, thanks a lot.
This was back when it was a nobody.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling on Bobby's leg there for a minute.
Yeah.
I just about got the big twin ready to take up the Joels and shoot. I haven't decided whether I'm going to shoot the the white primer sealer that we've been using for a while now, because that really works nice and it's fairly light. You sand most of it off. Or to use this rando fill that Paul Walker turned me on to.
Yeah, that's all the rage around here.
I bought a quart of that, and I think I'm going to try that instead. It's going to be butyrate, so it's going to be lighter.
Let me know how it works.
Yeah.
How'd that big twin come out?
Well, it's ready to go shoot the primer or the rando fill.
Yeah, use rando fill. I want an independent assessment of it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because it's lighter and sand easier, I think, too. So, but it's all right. I made all the little holders for the flaps and elevators and the nacelles and all that stuff. So, the cowls for the nacelle.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go up Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning up to Joel's and Joel Costantino's and shoot it.
You're going to let us see it next Friday then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you have a spray booth there?
I used to, but I don't anymore. The shop kind of like filled up to the point where I couldn't make a spray booth out of it. And Joel's place is he does Barrett Jackson level restorations, and he's got a spray booth that has lights up the wall, across the ceiling, down the other wall. You spray it with water. It goes under the hose and he sprays it all down and gets all the dust out. And you pull cars in there, big cars like GTOs and stuff.
Is it a downdraft or a side draft booth?
Side draft, and he's got this big burlap flap that comes down after you drive in there, and the thing is super heavy. I mean, you take 2 people to lift this thing up, and when he turns that fan on, that burlap bag comes into the room about 3 feet. It bows into the room because it sucks it in so far. That's some really strong fan. So when you shoot something, if it doesn't go on the airplane, it's out of the room instantaneously. Pretty neat.
Yes.
I wonder if Bernie Trent is the guy who put the booth in.
Could be.
You know Bernie?
I know Bernie really well. I've known him for years and years and years.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah. He'll be at Brodak.
Yeah. I don't think Jim's coming though. His buddy,
Yeah.
the scale guy,
I knew they were doing some stuff together, but it sounded like he might have some issues, health issues.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm not going.
Has anybody talked to Gordon lately?
Yes.
I talked to him yesterday afternoon. He seemed to be in pretty good spirits other than falling down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been, I think he fell twice today or in the last.
well, if he's falling down, how's he getting back up?
People come and lift him up.
His wife can't do it.
Well, she has help.
Last time he fell, when they're getting ready to load him out of the center he's in, 2 of the nurses came in. One was this little gal, skinny and didn't look like. The other one, though, was about 5'11", looked like she played, fullback for the Packers. She picked him up, handled him quite nicely. Anyway, he appreciates you guys calling him and talking to him.
You're rubbing your mic or something.
Not me, I'm way back away from it.
Somebody is.
Eskins, I think.
You wouldn't think the something you could hear.
Careful.
Went out the other day with Robbie to fly.
Good.
Well, let me finish the story. I went out to fly and I took the Caprice because I figured if I'm going to go, at that time I was thinking about going to Brodax to defend my title there and get ready for the Nationals to defend my Nats title too at Classic, the JV squad event. I said, okay, well, go out and give it a try. It was about a 12-mile-an-hour wind. That's a light little airplane. And with my back and legs, I got out there, got all the way up to the overheads, and the thing, I missed the wind a little bit, and it started to get loose. I couldn't run backwards. I was lucky that it stayed out, and I looped out of it and flew the flight out and landed. I said, that's it. If I can't get any better, I can't fly at all because I don't want to lose an airplane. I don't want to fall and hurt myself, and I certainly don't want to let the thing get away and hurt somebody else,
Wise man.
Huh?
You're a wise man.
Yeah, hey, I had a good time. I had plenty of flying in my life. I'll keep trying, but it's going to be on a calmer day, and So I volunteered to judge at the Nationals and Classic as long as I can sit down. I volunteered to judge.
Robbie fly anything?
Yeah, he's got that little twin, and his flight's great. I mean, just flies the heck out of it.
Groovy.
You're allowed to sit down as long as you're looking at the maneuver. Because I know of one judge, this happened in 2005, that would sit in the chair and not even look at the maneuver.
Well, there's been a lot of judges been guilty of that over the years. lots and lots and lots of them. So no, I watched the maneuver, but I also stipulated that I'm going to get in touch with AMA headquarters and get a chair that will put me up at eye level to the other judge, so that I'm sitting high enough to score it properly. I want to sit up high enough,
Yeah.
I was a maneuver late a few times last weekend when I was judging.
You did what?
I got a maneuver or two late judging.
It happens, but it should,
Yeah, it shouldn't. Yeah, that's why I won't let myself judge anything important.
Well, here's one. Last year at the North Beast contest we had, I was judging with Kenny Armish, and we both missed an entire both of us missed an entire maneuver.
Yeah.
How's that possible that two judges can miss a whole maneuver?
Well, I don't know. That had happened if another judge was as irresponsible as I was judging with.
And the reason we knew we missed it is because we put the next maneuver we put in the slot that was open,
Yeah.
and we had a slot open at the end, and we both looked at each other. Did he do the horizontal 8?
Maybe he didn't do it. That's what you can say. You didn't do your horizontal 8, and you have the pilot outvoted.
I don't think that quickly.
If he complains about it, he said, pilot's job is to fly, the judge's job is to judge.
Ted Fancher.
Yeah, that's right.
We didn't see no stinking horizontal 8.
Well, I shouldn't snitch on myself, but one year at Brodak, I did 4 outside loops, and they didn't catch it.
At the Nationals, I think it was in 1960 or was it 62? I'm not sure which. Wasn't it 61? Bob Gialdini did 4 inside loops, and the judges didn't catch it, and he knew it, and he went over and disqualified himself.
Turned himself in, yeah. One time at the Nats, Philip Granderson did 4 outside loops, as was his wont, and the most humorous thing I saw was Ted Fancher carrying his airplane off the field, big grin on his face, holding out 4 fingers.
Yeah, it happens.
It happened to Philip quite a bit.
I miss Phil.
Yeah, me too. I told you that. Well, yeah, I'm repeating my stories, but one time he said, "I'm moving. Can I leave some stuff in your garage for a month?" Sure, I said, and it was there for 2 years, I think. The time varies depending on well, from time as I tell the story repeatedly, it might not come out the same time. Yeah, I think it was 2 years. And then after he died, a lot of his stuff ended up in my shop, and it's been there for a couple of years. It's kind of the same thing.
Well, don't worry, we're not fact checking you, so
Yeah. Well, but it's yeah, interesting that in death he's repeated his leaving stuff in my
Can I
house.
tell you my Phil Granderson story about the 74 Nationals?
Please, yes.
My wife had this metallic green Comet, and it had a houndstooth top and a houndstooth interior. Easily the ugliest car that had ever been made in the history of automobiledom. And she bought it because she was sorry for it. So that's my wife. It makes me wonder why she married me.
Well,
So anyway, I had this, Kenny Przicki was making this fuel for us called KP725, 7% nitro, 25% castor. And I got a big green 15-gallon barrel of it and made a cradle to go in the back of her car. And we're heading from New Jersey down to Lake Charles. And I decided to be cute, and I put like a lightning bolt on it and said, Jersey White Lightning. and we're driving through the deep south.
Uh-oh.
Probably not the smartest thing I ever did. Well, we didn't get stopped. Anyway, we get down there, and it's so hot. It was ridiculously hot. And we were there with a guy named Bob Wiegand and his girlfriend, CK. And the two girls were smarter than any of us. They decided to stay in the motel room where it was air conditioned. Problem was, we had a color TV that had a bad gun, and everything was green. Everything on the television was green, and they wouldn't fix it. So they stayed in the air conditioned room, and we went to the field. And Phil comes up to me and he says, Bobby, he says, I'm out of fuel. Do you have any? I said, yeah, I got like 15 gallons of it, but it's back at the motel room. He said, can we get some? I said, sure. So we hopped in the car, drove back to it was actually at Lake Charles is where the motel was. And we go up to the room, walk in the room, and the girls are watching the TV with everything is green. And Phil goes, he looks at the TV and says, now there's a real minority.
Yeah.
He was the best.
I was going to drive to one of those Lake Charles Nationals with Philip, and there's this aerodynamics boss at Boeing who was a Texan, and I asked her, "Will I have any trouble driving with Philip across Texas?" And she said, "Knowing you and your personality, I think they'll kill you."
Yep.
I remember once at the Whittier Narrows field, he was taking off on an official flight, and he picked his handle upside down.
Yeah.
And you were there, I think, when this happened. Remember, it took off, it got level, and they gave it a little up, and brrp, brrp. He did it about 3-4 times. Finally realized it was upside down, so he gave it down, and I was chasing. I was like 10 feet from catching it to stop it. And he got it up in the air somehow or other, and boom, right into the ground. Messed it up. Felt so bad for him. He was really, really way up there at that point in time. But since he was flying in the same class as I was at the time, I wasn't all that upset.
Yeah.
That's one lesson.
Yeah.
Another one of Philip's core competencies was locking his keys in his car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of keys locked in car stories involving Philip.
The man could build an airplane and he had the neatest trim schemes.
Yep.
The swoopy lines. That Corel Draw will cause that.
Yeah, but I mean, the colors and the swoopy, they were good looking schemes. You know,
That's what a printer will do.
I have
None of that stuff was painted; it was decals.
oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I have one of those things upstairs in a bedroom. Is a concourse winning zealot.
Yeah, the yellow one.
Orange, wasn't it? Or was it yellow? Yeah, it was yellow.
This one, it's yellow.
Yeah.
It's decals.
Some of it.
The details were decals, but not the trim scheme itself.
Yes, the trim scheme was decals. Phil told me that, and I looked at it
Huh.
because I asked him how he did it. He said decals.
Well, colors were great. The shapes were great. I liked it.
Beautiful, yeah.
It didn't really matter, you know.
It's kind of like that monocoque airplane. Didn't matter. It was beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah, and the grain doesn't show after a dozen years with this zealot.
Like no more green, huh?
Grain.
Yeah. Oh, the grain or green?
Grain of the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine shows after about a week.
Looking at that Blue Angel I showed last time I was on, and there's no grain in that either. That was done in '64.
Yeah, and you said that airplane was built in a couple of weeks.
Well, the whole airplane was designed, built, test flown in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and the grain doesn't show.
Rain doesn't show.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a
Did you
dope
use,
finish.
epoxy there?
No, I didn't make it then.
Now that was Type 9 dope.
Oh, okay.
Dope that was made in a company that was like a couple of 100 yards off the west end of our flying field.
I had a friend who's had a dad had a paint company, so he decided that he'd make dope, and they made some dope, and it was just the most awful stuff. It was, it would crush any structure it was put on.
Oh,
It was super tautening, and oh mercy.
Well, Larry was very famous for using castor oil in the paint to, plasticize it. And he must have known what he was doing, because the covering has still got plenty of bounce to it. It's no crazing. It's like it's perfect.
Yeah, that's
You'll
cool.
see it at the Nats when we do the. It looks like we're going to do the acceptance ceremony. We're talking about doing it right after the Pampa general meeting, because there'll be a lot of people there. But then I thought about that. They said there might be some people attending the meeting who want to get out and do some practice flying after the meeting, and they don't want to look rude by walking out on the acceptance thing. So I said, we'll just hold it across the street in the McCullough building at the museum, and then people who want to go flying, they can bow out gracefully and go flying, and the other people can walk across and attend the ceremony.
I wonder if that's a talcum powder finish on that.
It is. Yeah, it's talcum powder and dope.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Philip used.
Yeah, but we all use that for years and years and years.
Yeah, and I do, and I can see the grain after a week.
Well, I'm looking at that Blue Angel right now, and it's perfect.
I was there.
Yeah, I know you were. Pete started to show us something. What are you showing us, Pete?
Yeah, he did. He started again.
Oh, look at that. Wow. How cool is that?
look at that tail. Now, that's all decal.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. You've been busy.
Yep, and thanks, Bob. It flies much better now.
Did that work out for you?
Moved it back 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep, so I got little touch-up things to do here and there and little details, but it ships out on June 15th.
Wow. Well, good luck to you. Actually, good providence. I don't believe in luck.
Is that an electric powered or what?
Electric, yeah.
Excellent.
Very nice.
As Bob helped me out with some things, but it's nice with electric because I can move batteries around and move that balance all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
It should fly inverted better now.
Better corners too.
Yeah. That triangle will be great.
Want to see an Islander corner.
I saw a B-17 corner last week.
Yeah.
It worked fine.
Yeah. Anxious to see that. I saw Rick Huff's new airplane, and he's got it flying. He really likes it. It's called the Goliath. It's 730 square inches. He has carbon tubes are the nacelles, and he mounted carbon tubes. It got them fitted on perfect, and he has angular inlets around this. It's really a unique looking airplane. Looks a little bit like a boat. You know?
Are the engines tilt with the?
No, he didn't use it. This one, he didn't use a vectored thrust setup, but he has another
That's
airplane.
disappointing.
He has another airplane already. He said the vectored thrust didn't do much for the twin, he said it did more when you had the motor out, the motor further forward, and it would give it a lot more effect, the vector thrust. So he built, I gave him a crossfire wing, and he built a new airplane. I forgot what he called it, but it's in finish right now. So he might actually get that done for the Nats too. We'll see. But that's got the vectored thrust in it.
What was that guy's name? I keep thinking about him that flew the tri-motor stick airplanes.
Oh, that was Jim Sumner.
You know, people laughed at I thought they flew great. They had a great corner.
Jim was a genius, or is a genius. He's still around. He shows up every now and then. But his airplane, he had like a Venetian blind looking airplane.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't going to win the Nationals, but they flew better than you would think they had any right to.
The only airplane I seen doing outside loop under the line of the ground, he stepped off the end of circle 1 and did an outside loop below the ground. For some reason it was stuck, or I don't know.
Wow.
Whatever.
He's something. Quite the innovator.
Where does he live?
He lives up in up in New England someplace.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Well, try to encourage him to come to Nats again. It'd be fun.
Did you guys know that Neil Thompson died? Did anybody know Neil?
I never met him.
Yeah, he flew back in the 70s, and he was a really good flyer. I mean, exceptional.
I remember his name. I don't think I recall what he looked like.
Yeah, he flew with Wolski and Linhart Smith and all those guys.
Yeah.
Phenomenal pilot. But his airplanes looked like they were set on fire, put out with an ice pick, and then finished with a mop. It was just, he couldn't build, but he could fly. He could really fly.
I tell you, somebody who I haven't talked to in a while, and I need to call him, Jimmy Barnholes.
I've been trying to get in touch with Barnholt for a month, and I'm worried because he usually answers or calls me back. I've left messages. I've called. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy.
I haven't talked to him in probably 3 months now, 4 months.
Yeah, me neither.
I think he was in the hospital for a while.
Yeah, it was. He had a neck problem. And, of course, he had that shark foot, that story that he called me up and we were talking one day. This was like in October 2 years ago. And I mean, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Anyway, he said he always wanted to go to VSC. And I said, yeah, I'd like to get out there again myself. He said, well, why don't we go together? He said, drive out here. I got a brand new Honda Pilot. We'll put everything in there. We'll drive down. So I called up Bart Klopinski and I said, hey, man, we're coming out. He said, well, you can stay with me. So I'll get a couple of roll-in beds and we'll have a party. Great. So, me, I'm not a cell phone guy. I have one, but I don't turn it on unless I'm going to call out an emergency. I just don't like cell phones. So I'm same as Billy. And so I get in, I build a new Caprice. I built 2 Caprices. I gave one to Joel, but I have 2 Caprices and had everything ready to go. 2 sets of line for each airplane. I had backup airplane, the USA Ama, got everything ready to go, put everything in the van, started driving to Indianapolis. That's 700 miles. And I had the cell phone off. While I was on the way, it turns out he was getting his clothes out, getting them ready to go. And he looked down at the floor, and the floor was covered with blood. He has a thing called shark's foot, which is where the bones in your feet break and splinter, and then they go out the bottom of your feet and then bleeds out all over the place. So while I was on my way out there, he had to go get outpatient surgery because I was on the road for 11 hours and or 12 hours. And when I got to his house at about midnight or 1:45, the door was open. Just the storm door was closed. And I went up to the door and looked in. He was in a boot with a walker and a chair. He waved me in. And I said, what happened? And he explained it to me. And, that's only like a quarter of the way to Tucson for me. And I wasn't going to drive at that time, 77 years of age, 76 years of age, out into the deep south alone, into the west. So I stayed overnight, and then the next day I drove back to Billy Werwich's house, stayed overnight there, and then came home. But it was horrible.
I built him that little avion. He really liked that. I guess he was gonna fly that for a while. I don't know.
Who's that?
I built him an avion. I did it on.
Oh yeah, that Navion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He really liked that airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out well.
Yeah. My dad used to manage an airport. We had a guy here had an Navion, and I used to go to the $100 breakfast with him. You know, everybody knows what that is, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Ed,
yeah.
where you fly to another airport in the area, have breakfast, and fly back. And I was like 12 years old. I used to fly in the Navion with that guy.
The one I built him looked exactly like the box.
Yeah. It's good.
Light too.
When they released that kit, they also released the F-94 Starfighter.
Yeah.
Or Starfire. And I was just talking to Mike Ostella, and he found a guy who rekitted that. He cut a laser cut version of that, and he's building one for electric. Matt Kana designed.
No reason it shouldn't fly well.
Yeah.
It's a little airplane. I don't think that one I built for him was going to weigh, did weigh 40 ounces. It was under 40. So.
Oh yeah, it had to be. Yeah.
OSFP 30 or FP 20 would probably be more than enough for it.
It had a Fox on it, Fox 35.
Yeah.
So it needed to weigh nothing.
You know what? I'm going to mute myself and call Jim.
All right. I can tell my Navion stories.
How do I mute myself here? Okay, here I am. Okay.
When I was 10 years old or so, I wanted to get a Berkeley Navion. And they listed the engines for control line, free flight, and RC. And the common engine among all of those three categories was a 29. So I figured I'll get a 29, and then if I get a Navion, I can fly it in control line, free flight, or RC. So I got an OK-29, useless engine.
Have the twin stacks on it?
Yeah. The guy in the hobby shop said, well, why don't you at least get a 35? No, I want a 29.
Did you know that the McCoy 29 is the engine that they sold the most of?
No.
I thought it would be the 35, but no, it was a 29.
Could be people wanted Navions.
Let's see. Maybe AI will know.
AI, they'll make
McCoy
something
model
up.
airplane engines, which size sold the most?
Okay, I found this on the web for McCoy model airplane engines. Which size sold the most? Check it out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know why it just can't tell me why I got it. Oh, it's on Facebook.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed, but we asked AI the other day, what does Uncle Jimby mean by holistic stunt? And it made something up, and it was a long-winded explanation. It was it was pretty.
It was lying to you.
Well, it was a silly explanation, but it was a silly question. So it'll make stuff up.
It'll do that.
I don't trust it.
Which McCoy engine sold the most? The Redhead 29 or the 35?
What if it's none of those? They'll know it's going to
Might
do.
have been the 049
Yeah, yeah.
or the 09.
You're trying to trick it.
No.
I wouldn't mess with AI like that. It'll bite you.
Well, hell, it took me to a government site about provisions in force. Which McCoy product for a model airplane sold the most engines? I'm afraid, right back to Facebook. You can't trust nothing on Facebook.
That's no good AI if it foists it off on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in my collection of engines, I've got McCoys starting with 049, 09, 19s, 29s, 35s, and 40s. Never got a 60.
I had a 60 in the metal box. Somebody stole it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
sold mine to Gerald Champ.
Yeah. We had last time I was here, we had the same conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$50.
By the way, I tried calling Jim Vornholt. There was no answer. I got his voicemail and left another message, but I've been leaving messages. And,
Sounds to me like
sorry.
you might be in a care center.
yeah, or his sister's house or something. But he would have his cell phone with him, probably.
Who owned the Wenmac Corporation? I mean, what did Wenmac stand for?
That's ask AI.
Well, yeah.
I read that story somewhere,
I think
but I
it was
can't remember what
K&B.
the answer is.
What did the Wenmac engine start again? What was the corporation that owned Wenmac, and what did Wenmac engines stand for? Not Mack trucks, you stupid. What did Wenmac stand for in model airplane engines? Here we go. Engine news. Oh boy, it's a big article. Oh, it's two guys.
Wen and Mac?
No,
That'd be my guess. Yeah.
Wendell.
a custom model molding business produced plastic parts for others for some time. The McRoskey brothers, Len and Jack, figured it might be less hectic if they did some of it themselves. Prefabbed aluminum model engines that sold for 75 cents caught their eye. They felt a compare. You can't read it, it's so tiny, or unless I. Atwood designed the engine. Bill Atwood designed the engine, and production and quality control was in their hands. Things went a lot better. They decided that starting a small engine was the biggest hurdle for a purchaser. A pull cord starter was developed, which I remember those, which worked fine, but there was still a problem with the cord design with a 4-inch pull. Some users yanked a foot or more, and the starter was out of business. So
You get caught in the prom.
Yeah, so the present Rotomax starter had no cord, but depends on self-containing spring, which action to flip the engine. The first time it came out in '57, and it's been used ever since.
Well,
That's a long article.
Well, what's when? Who was when? Not Bill Atwood.
It just says McRoskey brothers. Len.
That's the Mac.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't answer your question.
I know.
It gave you a bunch of jive about starters and stuff.
Let's see if I can scan this and
Ask it. Here, I've got one here. Alexa, what's the when in WenMac?
Sorry, I don't know that location.
That's getting a bit stupid.
Oh, we've had that conversation already.
When we were going out to VSC when you're Billy and I had just gotten one of those little GPS things, that talks to you, the annoying lady. And for the whole trip out and back, Billy was arguing with her. It was hilarious.
What does the when in WenMac model airplanes stand for? Here we go. Let's see.
Tell her I don't want to hear about the starter.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to get more starter.
Well, I had that arguing problem, something quite like that when I went to get a hearing aid at Costco. So they give you this hearing test, and it involved listening to a guy talking. You're supposed to repeat the words that he says. And instead of doing that, I argued with what he said. And they wouldn't sell me a hearing aid. They just wanted to get rid of me.
Well, can you blame them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, according to this, I'd like to get a name. The following initial publication, man,
He's showing us something.
WenMac story.
Oh, WenMac. Let's see if I can blow that up. No.
Len and Jack. So Wen and Mac seems like a normal thing.
I just got a message. It was from Adolf Wendland.
Yeah, an early partner in model manufacturing.
Oh, okay. Adolf Wendland. Oh.
Google said they started out with WindMac, and then they changed it to WenMac.
Yeah.
Well, this is by a guy who's watching the program right now.
WenMac story.
And he texted me the Adolf Wendland.
Yeah.
Look at the screen. I posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too tiny.
Well, you just put your fingers in there and spread them apart, and you can see the whole deal.
Well, those engines would never wear out. Of course, they would never start. But
yeah, I had to run them to wear them out.
Yeah.
Well, once you got them going, they were powerful.
Oh.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah.
Relative term.
Well, I'm glad we got that resolved.
They're probably more powerful than a rubber band in one of those rubber band powered airplanes.
When I recall having, it ran like mad once I got it started.
Really?
Oh.
Nitro did you put in it?
70%.
Well, this probably Cox fuel, whatever that was, 30%.
20% or something, yeah. 25%.
They had a really cool helicopter.
Yeah, I remember those.
I remember those.
Motor was in the middle, pointed up, and had these blades on the outside.
Yeah.
And as you were going up, they'd wind up, and then when the engine quit, the thing would flip over and auto rotate back down.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
There's a guy on YouTube that just bought one of those, but I think it had a Cox motor on it. It had a 10, that's what it was. It had an 010 on it, but it wasn't powerful enough, so he put a twin cylinder 049 in place of the 010 and started it up, and he put it on a string, and it like 500 foot. It took 500 foot of string, and then the engine quit, and he brought it down. He was afraid it was going to run away.
Sounds like something Danny Banjak would do.
Yeah.
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 Let's see. We got another message here from was running the NATS program but ran into issue. Email off to Howard to review the problem. Okay. Check your email, Howard.
Airplane looks great, Pete.
Yeah, it does.
Now I just gotta fly.
Are those vinyl stickers on the back?
You'd have to come real close and look, because I ain't gonna say.
So they're vinyl.
And
think
anybody
I'm gonna-
gets that close to his airplane better be ready to buy it.
I think I'm going to
They-
stay over
they
another
are-
day at the Nats after the stunt is over to watch the scale.
They are vinyl stickers, but I did all the graphics to convert photos, and then using Photoshop Pro, converting the photos and turning them so you're not in an angle and getting them laid out right. And it turned out, it took me many hours, but they turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it looks great.
Now I just need,
You ought to take the Bearcat and enter it in scale.
Thought has occurred to me.
I would do it just for fun. Who cares if you don't place? I mean, if it's not fidelity, the
I'll put it
fidelity.
in fun scale and see what I get. Yeah.
Yeah, and you go out there and wow them by flying a whole pattern.
Get that thing that Ed has and put a throttle on it. Borrow his little throttle thing. Oh, you can't. That's right. It's a Super Tiger in that.
Probably find a Super Tiger 60 RC, but then I have to
Yeah.
do some more
Yeah.
modifications to work it in there somehow.
Yeah, cut the thing open, put a 3-line bell crank in it.
No thanks.
so Angstrom, what were you guys flying out there?
We were flying our gas 15 carrier plane.
Okay.
Yeah, we mentioned it the last time we were on here. I can't remember what's that motor, the RJL C15, and y'all told me
Conquest.
Yeah, so y'all told me the fuel type on it, so we threw it in this evening, and I can't remember who gave it. Mike Palco. Mike Palco gave us this plane a year or two ago, and this is our first time getting it out there. Got all the lines done today, and yeah, thankfully it fired up and did really well. He broke a prop each time on his 2 flights, but that's a little bit because of our conditions, and we don't have carrier lines out there to catch tailhook lines. But otherwise, man, that thing flew like a charm, and yeah, it's ready to go.
You got a throttle on it?
It does, yeah. It's got a combustion, the three line handle version. So yeah.
Get some nylon props and boil them in water beforehand. It makes them real soft and they never break.
Okay, nylon props. Yeah, we're gonna.
I don't know if that's allowed anymore, but
Make sure you use a heater hose to start the engine.
Well, that's a heater hose. I'm not familiar with that. What is that?
You go to AutoZone and say, I'd like to buy a 1 or 2 foot of 3/4 inch heater hose for your car. And it's like a garden hose, only thick rubber. That's what I use.
It doesn't come around and hit your finger.
You cut
It'll
off
cut it
about
right off.
5 inches or so and put it on your finger.
Yeah.
You pull your other fingers back.
For me, yeah, I tried to chicken stick a little bit on that thing and then just went with a prop starter. So,
well, that'll help too. Starter.
I used to flip those nylon props with no problems at all.
Yeah.
And then besides that plane, we also got up our baby combat streak here, which is finished. But the maiden flight, well, I don't know. It got off the ground and it went around in circles, but the inboard wing covering completely came off, top and bottom sheet, and so he had a 50-second flight where he was just trying to keep it in the air, which he did. But
you gotta peel off that backing stuff. There's the monocoque comes. There's 2 pieces, and you peel one off, and the sticky stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Hope that helps.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Howard. Yeah. The what it was is the monocoque we think is a little old, and though we heated it pretty good, we think it was a little old. So what we did is right there on the joining spar, the orange stuff is really good and sticks well. The green was a little compromised maybe. So we put a strip of tape right on the spar, and yeah, I think we're good.
That phenomenon I was describing, it used to happen quite a bit. In the first combat contest of the year, you see covering ball off people's airplanes.
That's funny.
Well, I got to take off, guys, but thank you very much. And Bob, shout out to you. Thanks for
No
helping me
problem,
with
Pete. And
the
listen,
plane.
I hope you do real well over there, man. I'm sure you will. Good
Hey,
providence.
by the way, while Pete's still here, just for a moment, yeah, I talked with Pete the other night for a game plan on scale and just how to do scale for fun scale at Brodex. So thanks to you, Pete, and just wanted to give you an
Hey,
acknowledgement on here for
I
following
want to
through.
see that. I want to see all the trophies after Brodak.
Oh, by the way,
Well,
Brendan,
yes.
Mhm.
it came through good.
All right, I'm glad to know that they did. Yeah, we had some that had been shipped by Joe Daly to us, and the box came in really compromised. You know, he did a good job of kind of making it so it wouldn't squish, but one corner, I don't know if somebody was just looking for a free prize or what, but it looked like somebody really got a hold of it and tried to find presents.
Looks like you sent me 2 brand new ones.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did the check clear?
Yeah, yeah. My accountant over there said it cleared.
Okay. Those props came just in time. I'm going to a builders contest tomorrow at my RC field, but they allow the control line members to enter. And the RC airplanes have to be ready to fly with the radios in them. So they said I have to bring my line and reels and set it next to the airplane so that it's ready to fly.
And so how you said it's a contest? What's like how do you?
It's contest and judge. It's just a low key builders contest. Whoever, whatever hits their fancy, they vote for. So
Okay.
and most of it are.
I think he dropped.
It's an ARF, a kit.
What's the results on your contest, Mark?
Starting to fade out here.
I won't know until August.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go out for a minute.
August. Well, you don't have a meeting once every other month?
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing now. I only go to about one meeting a year because it's 50 miles for me to drive down there, but in Denver. But
Got to go get your trophy.
well, that's what they do is they try to use that as a way to get people to come to the meeting. So they don't announce the results until the next meeting after the contest is held. In this case, it'll be in August. So it should be the first week of August.
Gary, are you coming to Brodak?
Thursday.
Are you going to be at home Friday?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're designated Monday and Friday meeting host. So I'll have to get with you how to start it.
Hey, Gary, I don't blame you being there for Thursday night eats at Brodax. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on up and get yourself a dinner.
Of course, Junkyard Wars is always fun too.
Yeah, just I wish it was a little better advertised. Kind of, it's hard to find the rules for it. There's actually no on Brodax site, no posted rules for it, and I tried to help them kind of get that up and posted because I think they're on Stunt Hangar a couple months ago. Somebody was asking where the rules are, and I didn't immediately see it. But
I don't think there is any rules at all. Just build an airplane out of that junk they pile up there.
Yeah, but there's certain motors that are required, and I don't know. There's a couple of things that I found rules. It's posted there on Stunt Hangar. I think back in 17 or 18 are the rules, but yeah, there's been real no. It just isn't in a place where if anybody really wanted to do this, they could see it and know what they're walking into. And so I think that would help maybe get a couple more folks into it. It tends to be the same folks that are involved with it that are out there. So yeah, it'd be good to see a couple more folks throwing their hand into the ring.
We lost our Canadian connection.
Yeah, you talking about Lynn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? I've been wondering about Lynn. Have not seen him for a good while on here or anywhere. Just yeah, he used to come down to Brodex all the time.
Well, from what I understand is after he retired, there's just no money to come. There's not going to be any more trips to the United States. I guess it's pretty expensive for him to go there.
Yeah.
Well, Bob Hunt ducked out and never came back.
That's one of his tricks.
Yeah. We got anything on chat, Gary? Nope.
No. Just good evening from Roy Lane. And
Ray says,
Ray Six, good evening.
don't wait to worry, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Like given by Roy Lane. And we're not getting much chat on there. How many watchers we got? We only got 18 watchers. 18 people could put up with this. That's amazing.
Oh.
Oh, I just got a minute. So it's $200 Canadian for them to fly in the U.S.
Oh, that's because of their their MAC, their AMA canceled their reciprocal agreement. So AMA says, okay, if you guys won't let us fly there, you got to pay to fly here.
It's on your end, David. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get in. I can see your name on there, but you're not in, so it's your computer. Let's see. Nope, there's nothing on this end. I just asked you to start the video. At $200 to enter. I wonder why they didn't reciprocate Mac.
Well, because MAC canceled the reciprocal agreement they had with the AMA.
Why though?
Yeah, why?
They don't. The people running MAC didn't like competition. Didn't like model airplane competition. They were sport flyers. That's the story I got. So, yeah, they might have got rid of the bad guys who were running MAC, and but the reciprocal agreement hasn't come back, I guess.
I don't know why there's not a reciprocal agreement with the FAA. You know,
The
why,
FAA.
yeah, why you got to have a drone license to fly a drone if you're an AMA member?
Oh.
AMA number is good enough to identify you.
Yeah. Your FAI number used to be your AMA number, and then they decided that they'd have their own number. So you got to have two numbers on your airplane now if you fly internationally.
David, I can see that you're on the screen there. You need to log out and then try logging in. To add to Howard's info, Transport Canada is not making things any easier.
That's Chris Cox.
No, that ain't Chris that's texting me.
No, Chris Cox is Transport Canada. At least he was a honcho in Transport Canada.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where he worked for.
what's that all about?
That's their FAA.
Oh. Everybody's got their hand out. Somebody wants some money. That's what's going on.
Well,
FAA got $5 out of me the first year, and that's all I got. Yeah, I don't fly drones, but I had that RC airplane, on a scale plane. I figured, well, I'll comply. I got the FAA number inside the CAL. If they want to know where I'm at the end of the handle, 60 foot away from the airplane. Yeah, we got another, I guess that's a carrier airplane that Brendan's showing.
Yeah, this is our Martin Mo 1.
Oh, there you go.
Again, this was another Mike Palco handoff, and it didn't come a moment too soon for us. With Carrier, I think the profile Carrier event, I think you only get 10 points for the profile, like 10 bonus points for the actual scale of it. But with the Class 1 and Class 2 Carrier, there's 100 points that comes for having a scale full built up model. And so
That
our
don't look
first year
scale.
of doing
what is that? that ain't scale.
Well, when I say scale, I mean just like, if it looks like the plane, that's what they're getting at.
I don't know what airplane that looks like that lands on a Carrier.
That was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not picking a point apart. If it's a full body build up and it resembles a Mo1, they're going to give you the 100 points. The problem for us in our first year of doing this is we had no full body planes, so we go out there for Carrier 1 and Carrier 2, and everybody else is being spotted 100 points because they had a full plane. We did not, and so. Last year at Brodax, Mike Palco handed this off to us, and then we had 3 weeks to rehab it and get it going for Carrier at Nats. And with that extra points, boom, that was a heck of a lot of points, and got us going pretty good on the electric. I can't remember. I don't think you won, but I think you came in second, like on the 2 electric events with this plane. So
I think the winning models in Carrier are Avengers.
I don't know. What is Pete?
Or Guardians, excuse me, Grumman Guardians.
Yeah, I can't remember what Pete Mazer flies. Yeah, Pete Mazer and Dick Perry. They both are just top notch, top end guys. There's another guy that's a combustion guy, but I don't think he's been out there the 2 years we've competed. But I've heard his name thrown around a whole bunch. Is it like Bert or something? Begins with a B.
Bert Brokaw from Tucson is a big carrier flyer.
Yeah, that's the name. But we have not crossed paths for the two past years there at the Nats. But yeah, this is our first time getting this out since the Nats, and it was ripping so hard out there. I mean, those fast laps, those 7 fast laps. I mean, he was just all over the place with how fast he was going, and it was so much force that it put a big crack in the back end of the fuselage. So we're gonna put some glass cloth on it and kind of reinforce that for this year.
Boogie weld.
So.
Got to put the windy boogie weld on it. Hey, John, what are you doing?
Checking out what you guys are talking about. When do you leave for Brodax, Sparky?
We're gonna leave next Friday.
Okay.
1 week. Early morning. I hope to get there by Friday evening.
Mark, have you flown the Bearcat lately?
Yeah, I got 10 flights on it now.
Fantastic. Do you love it?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
still tinkering with the trimming, but it's a good airplane. The
Pretty
other one was
comfortable
really
with it,
good too.
taking it through the full paces?
Yeah,
Great.
Well, let's not all talk at once. Usually it's hard to get a word in.
well, I'm leaving for Brodax on Wednesday.
Oh, you're
I'm gonna-
going, Mark? That's fantastic.
I'm gonna kind of take it easy, but
You got 1,000 miles farther to drive than I do.
yep. Coming into St. Louis, I think I'm about there.
Do you
Yeah.
go back home then, between then and the Nats, Mark, or do you stay out east?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this year. Is I'm gonna park the car at Columbus at the long-term parking and fly back here for 2 weeks, and then I'll fly back to Columbus and drive on over to Muncie. Then after Muncie, I'll drive back over to Toledo to my son's place and spend a few days over there, see the grandkids, and
What are you gonna do? Leave your airplane in the car?
yeah,
Oh man.
I can't take it with me.
Don't forget your landing gear this year. Was it landing gear that you had to get from Denny
Yeah,
last year? Okay.
he said he's ready to help me this year again, but I said I shouldn't need it.
It could get hot sitting in the car.
I got the covered parking.
Oh, okay.
Is it guarded?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. I'm trusting people less and less nowadays.
I figure if I throw a blanket over it, I don't, if somebody knew where it was and what was in there and they wanted to get it, they could, but I don't think anybody's going to want to bother it.
Well, you can't, if somebody wants something, you can't stop them, period.
They'd much sooner steal my BMW than they would my Bearcat, so. I think it'll be all right.
Howard, I imagine you won't be at Brodac, but you'll be in Muncie.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
I want to stop at the Air Force Museum. Have you guys ever seen that model airplane exhibit that they have there?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all solid models.
Oh.
Here's a picture of it. When I
Is it
was
in
there, I was there 2 years ago on Father's Day, and the cases were all empty. And they said the planes are up at a company in Akron was refurbishing all of them.
Huh.
They've got probably several hundred.
You know, the Air Force Museum follows this channel.
And they've got, can you see that?
Yeah, I have seen those.
See if I can zoom in. They were paid for by the guy that was a big museum patron.
Control scroll. If you want to,
Kettering.
yeah.
It doesn't
Push the
work on
control button and scroll the wheel.
it doesn't work on a Mac. Here we go. There was a Kettering, a descendant of Charles Kettering, the guy that invented the electric starter, who was from Dayton. And his son was a big proponent of the Air Force Museum when it got started. And he paid to have all these models built.
Mm.
They're 4 millimeters to the foot, which is just about 1/72nd, but not quite. And they're all balsa wood.
Mm.
And I remember seeing them when I was a little kid, and my dad took me down there the first time. I was just fascinated by these models. They're just solid scale, but there's several hundred of them, I think.
Are they in that room that's on the left as you walk in the door?
I think so now. When I was there a couple of years ago, there were a bunch of empty cases about what you said. When you come in the door, it'd be toward the left, I believe.
Yeah.
And I presume that's where they put the models when they got them back, and they're back on display now.
Well, you know, if you make a right there and go to the World War I section, that's all models too. That's what they look like.
Yeah, I've seen some of that.
That Fokker triplane hanging overhead don't look any bigger than a Volkswagen.
Anyway, there's no admission charge to the Air Force Museum, so I'm just going to stop by there and look at those models and then get back in the car and go see my in-laws and stay there for the night. So,
and this is for people who are watching this who've never been to the Air Force Museum. Don't think you're going to go to the Air Force Museum and see everything in one day. It's going to take you 3 to 5 days to see everything.
somebody's dog is barking.
Not mine.
John Miller.
Where did John go?
I don't know, but we're going to fix that. There we go. No more dog barking. We only got 5 minutes left anyway.
What'd you do to that poor dog?
I shut him off.
Huh?
Silenced him.
Well, I'm gonna go and try to figure out what John Paris is complaining about the program. So,
About
see-
this program?
No, no, about the
software program.
tabulation program
For
the
the software. Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see.
I can't figure out what the problem is, but it looks bad.
Fellas, got a question. I think it's kind of been answered or talked about on Stunt Hangar some, but the new rules for profile this year at the Nats, there was a posting that went up for Brodax that they're going to follow the Nats rules. That was just a couple of days ago they listed that. So my understanding that bubble.
That's fine.
That's allowed?
Oh, yeah.
Because they were talking about you got to be able to see the whole motor. I mean, you can see it on. I don't know how well you can see it. You can definitely see it on that side of it.
That's fine. Because profiles have a cheek cowl on them, and you can't see the crankcase. That's fine.
I don't know. But the letter of the law rules that I was seeing, you had to be able to see the whole motor except for where it mounts to the plane, was what they were saying. And so I'm thinking I have to cut that out and expose it.
No, don't do it. Just leave it as is.
All right. Since I mean, it's a good test run going through Brodax anyway, so I know I'm sure people will be talking about it there, but yeah, I got a connection with Will Davis, who kind of runs things there, so I'll probably be asking him anyway. But
you tell him that I said it was okay.
I'll let him know that you're the final call on that one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because I could show you my profile. You can't see the bottom side of the engine. The rules read it can't be any wider than 1 inch at the leading and trailing edge. You know, you can have a cheek cowl on it, outer and inner cheek cowl, as long as it ain't any width. So you're fine.
All right. Well, hope that's the case. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut into this and.
Well, what is it? About a 2-second fix? Just take a knife and whack it off?
Yeah, I mean that's what it's going to come down to. I doubt it'll change kind of the flight on it, but we don't want to hack into it if we don't have to. But
now I got another call from somebody else that says the whole motor must be visible from either the inboard or outboard sides. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's to be continued next time on the next.
If it's either the inboard or outboard, you're fine because you can see it from the inboard or the outboard.
Yeah.
If it's either.
Well, let me show you my profile. If that's the rule, my profile is not legal, and profiles have been like this for as long as I know.
Well, who's the event director for the profile at the Nats?
I don't know.
That may still be up in the air. It sounded like they were having a hard time getting a bunch of people lined up to kind of run and coordinate the unofficial side of things.
Where'd they get the rules from? Because this is the first year they've ever had profile at the Nats, right?
Correct. They made them, and unfortunately, I should have asked Bob while he was on here earlier. Bob Hunt, I think, was part of the group that made that. But let me see if I can find the rules. It got posted on Facebook a little bit earlier, or a couple months ago. I think they put them up on Stunt Hangar too, and there was a thread about it. We were reading those rules the other day, right? Trying to figure out.
Yeah.
We didn't think this plane, as currently constructed, would be okay.
Well, if that's not okay, neither is this, and I won't mess with profile, because let me see. Profiles have been like this for years. Let me undo that. And spotlight for everyone. See?
Mm-hmm.
And the engine is visible from that side.
So I just got a text right here from John Paris. Okay, he said on my Oriental I can get a pattern in. No, that was something else, but he's now weighing in on this. It says the whole motor must be visible, either the inboard or outboard sides.
Or outboard.
Yep, and he said I made the rules for the event. So there you go.
Is it either or and or both?
Yeah, he used the word just straight up or. The whole motor must be visible from either the inboard or outboard side.
Well, then it's legal, because there's a profile that's got the motor completely visible from the outboard side, but you can't see it from the inboard side.
Okay.
I mean, they've been like that for years, that type of situation.
Yeah. All right, I got caught up getting all worried that yeah, you had to be able to see it from both sides.
Get a mirror.
Is that a Pathfinder, Brendan?
This is a Pathfinder, and this is the third one we got our hands on. And I'll tell you what, last year we put about 5 practice flights on it before going up to the Cleveland event. And did you come in first or second in that event? It was the ARF ARC. You may have won that thing.
Did I?
But yeah, he I don't know. It almost looked like a haunted house. We'd never really looked at it. Got out on the field. A bunch of the flaps were like, had warped and twisted. So we took a heat gun to it and tried to straighten it out. And then he got 5 practice flights, and then he went up to Cleveland and was killer with it. So he's got another Pathfinder he's flown for years, and he just absolutely loves this one. So we're big Pathfinder people in this house.
Yeah, I got that text too that you got, but I don't know how, I didn't quite read it like that.
We've had profile at Brodex for years. What rules do they use?
Yeah, I had no clue what rules they were using on that one, but they just made an announcement on their website this week. We'll be using the Nats rules, and so that's what kind of got my ears up a little bit.
Here we go. Yeah, you're right. John says the whole motor must be visible from either the inboard or outboard sides, not both.
Yep, and he said, and then he also says on here, for engines, the motor must be exposed above the mounting lugs.
Right. So, yeah, because a profile is useless without a cheek cowl on it. Absolute junk. The fuselage is vibrating like crazy.
Yeah. You know what? And actually, it makes sense. The other thing he added on here is needed to make an equivalent rule for the electrics. So, yeah, I think what he's getting at is you needed to be able to see at least one full side of it, just like you can see one full side of it for the glow motors.
Well, he just wrote me, for engine, the motor must be visible. Motor must be exposed above the mounting lugs. So mine's okay. Yep.
Yeah, this is audience participation in real time here with John. Texting us.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's not the only one that does that, but I mean, it helps.
Yeah.
So, Mark, now that the Bearcat's all done, do you have a next project in mind?
Yeah, I started on a Parrot P-47 and got the wing built. And then Keith Trossel talked me into doing a Bearcat, so I let the wing hang on the wall.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to take the wing off the wall and build a fuselage for it, keep going, and try to finish that off. So,
What size of airplane will that be?
well, I use a Super Tiger 46 in it, but it was originally a Fox 35. Parrot published that, I think it was in 1966 in American Modeler.
Okay, that'll be cool.
I don't know if he ever flew it in competition or not. I don't never seen a picture of it at the Nats or anywhere, but this is the third one I've built.
Oh. Can't wait to see it. You do nice work.
You know, it doesn't, I mean, it's a semi-scale and emphasis on the semi. But
Would you like to have another Gulf Stream?
huh?
The one that looks just like Keith Trossel's. I could tote it to Brodax.
Oh, you mean the Bearcat?
Yeah. John Jordan has one that his wife wants to get rid of.
Full size?
It's the
Oh,
same as
built?
yours. It's the same. Actually, it's the same as Keith's. I guess
Was it-
that's yours, isn't it? Because Keith and
What?
John built them at the same time.
Okay. Well, Keith's is a Bearcat 1.
Well, that's what John's is then.
Mine's a Bearcat 3, but they're pretty close.
Because Keith and John built them at the same time. It even has the cam for the rudder in it.
Okay.
Super Tiger 60.
And I could fly two at once.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's old, but pretty good.
Who's this guy?
John Jordan, my buddy who died.
Did he live in St. Louis?
No, lived in Dayton.
He and Keith were friends.
Yeah. They shared photos and talked on the phone and all that. They built them. They built them at the same time. They look exactly the same.
Keith keeps talking about building another Bearcat, but I haven't seen any evidence he's actually started anything.
Pretty big project.
Yup.
Oh, you're getting on that shit.
Well, back from combat, you survived.
I did. We just have a little 2-hour meeting and talk about current affairs of combat. So yes, I'm back. Got the airplane together. I'm gonna get in the jetty box there and do a little timer deal, run it down to 15, 20 seconds and test the motor. I got the prop on it and everything. And I got my holder monkey is here.
Stooge.
My stooge is here. So I'm going to mute out and we're going to see if she'll spin up and the prop stays on. Because Brendan said they had issues with their prop hanging on their Aurora a little bit. We'll see. I don't know what your cure for that was, Brendan, if you used a different prop shaft or collet or something, how you figured that out.
What were you asking about?
Well, you said your prop kept coming off on your Aurora there for a little bit. What was the fix on that?
Yeah, so the only fix we got was that that's when we were also playing around with the heavier master air screw props and stuff. So Joe Daly, we bought some prop and a spinner off of Joe Daly. The collet that he sent to us was one that's made by Sherrod. And that has been no issue, perfectly fine, no problem. But
Okay.
we got maybe, this is a pure guess, but we got maybe about 6 flights using our original collets, but what was it? Scoring the motor, the motor shaft with like a 400, 300 grit sandpaper. I think you go circular. You don't go up and down. You go circular. And then we also inside the collet, we had a little file that we jammed in on the sides, like those little, pieces that flail out. So
Yeah, just rough it up a little bit.
Just roughed it up a little bit. And then used a toothpick to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the inside of that as we then put it on for good. And again, I think we were still using like the master air screw, and that may have stayed on for about 6 flights before we got all the new stuff and just went with that.
What with that? Okay. So you put a lighter top on it too.
Blue Loctite or a drop of thin CA will hold it on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you go to take it off, you just take a drift and go tap, and it'll slide and come right off.
Alright.
Yeah, we were able to heat it with a sealing iron real quick, and that loosened it up on the blue Loctite for us. But the only other recommendation is a Q-tip with rubbing alcohol to just make sure oils or whatever cleaned out inside of it. So we reached out to Lucian Miller because I thought it was just the cheap Amazon stuff we were getting. We bought a couple of collets off of him, and we still had the same issue. And he directly said that, yeah, what I just explained to you was his protocol, and it was holding for us. But to go back with, I don't know, was Jake Moon using the same motor? Do you have any clue?
I'm not sure.
Don't know. Jake Moons was throwing.
Same one.
Jake Moons was throwing his collet and prop as well.
Well, shit. I don't like the sounds of that.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess it was the same kind of original Amazon type of ones we had going on. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily wait to see if it does it. I do what we just explained with kind of going that route, because you don't want to find out the hard way that it's not working.
Yeah. All right. Right on.
Good stuff.
What are you working on for Brodax there, Angstrom?
This is our Martin Mill 1.
Martin Mill 1.
This is going to be for Class 1 or Class 2.
Yeah, Class 1, Class 2 at Brodax is combined. But yeah, it'll be separate events at the Nats. But yeah, it's the warm up Class 1, Class 2 carrier plane.
Awesome. All right.
Well, I'm going to shut it off on YouTube. We'll stay for the after party. Gary will run that. I'm going to make him the host. There you go. We'll change the host to Gary. Now I'll find the YouTube shut-off switch. Let's see here. We had some people on profiles. Always had a apply doubler on the inboard side of the fuse. Take any kit from Midwest, Sterling, Goldberg, etc. Well, we already got that figured out, but right from the guy who wrote the rules. So let's see here. We'll go over here. My videos. I don't know why they just don't make a button to shut it off. Live. And we go here. I appreciate you guys watching out there on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe, but most importantly, leave a comment after the video's over. And I'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See you. Okay, we're shut down on YouTube.
John, here's my two P-47s, and I have